Hello all, welcome back. So, if you're not interested in electric bikes, then feel free to skip this video because it's probably not for you. But for those that are, I think you might find this kind of interesting. So I've not really wanted to get involved with product stuff for a very long time, so I just didn't really fancy it. But recently I've thought, what the hell? If a company approaches me and they have something that I think will benefit my life in some way and is actually going to be useful to me, then why not, And that's exactly what happened here. So this company, Eleglide, I assume that's how you pronounce it, sent me an email and said, do you want to try out one of our electric bikes? You can pick whichever one you want, basically. So obviously, the child in me decided to go for the fat bike for no real reason whatsoever. It was quite an expensive one, about $1,200 I think they are. But when I was looking on their website, I noticed that they've got quite a range of models, and they do one, let me just double check. Yeah, they've got one, the M1, which is, realistically, it's basically the same thing, but not a fat bike, a normal bike, and that's $700. Now, I don't know a lot about e-bikes, I've never had one before, this is my first, but what I do know is, generally they're pretty bloody expensive. So, I don't think, $1,200 is quite a lot, but $700 for what you get, I don't think that's too bad really. And to be fair, it's not a bad piece of kit, this isn't. I've used it a little bit. We've kind of been limited because, where we are, there's been a lot of snow, a lot of ice, a lot of unrideable roads. If I'd have used my brain, I should have got a normal bike with normal tyres, and then I could have got studded tyres for it, but here we are. But I thought this would be fantastic for popping around the village and stuff and getting about, especially, in the sort of warmer time of the year when there's sunlight, because then I can get around for free. Obviously we just charge this off the solar panels, so it doesn't cost anything. Now before anyone writes it, I know I could just ride a normal bike, but obviously this is motorised, so it's quite a bit different. Now, as I say, I don't have a huge amount of experience with these, but on the sort of face of it, how much I've rode it so far, it actually goes pretty well. It's not bad at all. I've not been able to test out the maximum range yet, which according to their website is 75 kilometres. Now I don't know if that is downhill with a strong wind or on the flat or what, but if it gets anywhere close to that, that's pretty impressive, to be fair. That's long enough for me to cycle to the next village where we can do shopping and back, no problem. So I'll have to test that out one day when the roads are a little bit more safe. But yeah, to give you a basic rundown of it, the battery is actually here. It's inside the frame. You got this little key to pop it out if you want to. I don't think you need to charge it. There's a little flap there. I guess you can just plug it straight in. But it's kind of nice. It sits. I like how this looks. That's another reason why I said yes, because I think it looks pretty cool. Some of these electric bikes look very poo, in my opinion. Even a lot more expensive models. But as far as bike stuff goes, it's got discs front and back. I think the gears, Shimano gears. So all you have is 7 gears on this, on the back wheel. It's just a single sprocket on the front, which does limit the top speed. But, you've got electric power from low down if you want it. But I like this because it has the normal derailleur system on the back, and I know how that works. I'm familiar with it. It's not some fancy thing that I'm not sure about. All of the electrical gubbin stuff is in the hub of the back wheel, so it still has normal drive line on the outside. It's just then you have the electric motor as well, and then obviously front suspension with adjustable locking forks as well. And then in the middle of the handlebars you got this little display which shows your speed, how far you've cycled, the power left in the battery, and it also shows the mode that you're in. So you've got a little switch at the side here with an up and down arrow, and what that does is you can choose between 5 modes of pedal assist. That's how this works. You can get a twist grip on it, I think, in some countries, if you don't want to pedal at all, but this one is just pedal assist. So as soon as you start to pedal, the electric motor kicks in and you feel like an Olympic cyclist, because it's 0 effort to do anything. Especially when you have it in mode number 5, that's the highest one. But yeah, you can cycle through those modes and have less or more pedal assist depending on what you like. And it's also got a push mode if you want assistance pushing, which is mental to me, but you know, it does weigh about 30 kilos, so I guess it'd probably get old pushing it pretty quickly. So the option is there to do that if you want it. And you've also got a little light on the front here, which is plumbed into the battery system, so you just press a button and the light comes on. I'll have to say, genuinely, I am quite impressed with it. You know, it's no speed demon. I think the top speed is about 25 kilometers an hour or something, or 20 mile an hour, I'm not sure what it was. But that's not really the point, you know. It's about getting you from A to B, you know, easily, comfortably, with not much effort. I tell you what, something like this would be great, say in a city. Maybe not this particular model, you could get one with some luggage storage on it and that kind of thing. But if you were commuting to work in a city, one of these would be fantastic. You could just go to work every day for free. You wouldn't have to mess around with public transport and stuff. But obviously, being where we are, in the middle of nowhere in Sweden, don't really need to worry about that. But it's nice to get around on quietly as well. That's what I am enjoying. Because normally, if I need to nip somewhere, I take the quad or one of the motorbikes or whatever, you know. But now I can bobble around on this and it's quiet and you can still hear the birds and stuff when you're cycling. It's great. It's a nice contrast to what I'm used to. When I got it, it was in bits, so front wheel was off, bars were off, not too bad. It's just like buying a normal bike that you get in a box, not built for you. It's really easy to put together. You get all the tools with it and everything, so no problem. But that's it really, just a quick look around the Eleglide. This one is called the Tankroll, which again did kind of sell it to me a little bit. The bike is called a tank, so you know, the child in me just had to pick this one. But they also actually offer one where it's not a fat tyre one, similar price to this, but apparently the range is 100 kilometers. I think it's called the Trekker or something, or the Trekking. But that's pretty impressive if it's real. Obviously, you know, this is a face value kind of review, if you like. I've not had it for very long. I've not put many miles on it. Obviously, I got it for free. It didn't cost me anything. So take from that what you will. You know, don't just go out and buy something because I say it's good. Do your own research, and if you are in the market for something like this, an electric bike, then I'd say this is pretty damn good, to be fair. But I think that about covers everything. So I'll see you on the next one. Catch you in a bit.